guys, just real quick, I know that rain came in kind of quick. I just want to once again introduce Manteo Mitchell. Before you is a man who competed in his sport at the highest level. He had an opportunity to make the Olympic team. His Olympic team ended up getting a silver medal in the 4x400. I mean, if you know anything about track, making it to the Olympic team itself is a huge accomplishment, let alone, earning a medal. He also has a gold medal as far as the indoor world track in the 4x400. It's not oftentimes in your life you're going to be able to meet an Olympian, let alone somebody who has an Olympic medal. All right, so I present to you Manteo Mitchell.
Appreciate it. Y'all doing all right? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Y'all good to be out in the rain for a little bit? Nah? Oh, you a tough guy, huh? But I won't stay before you guys long. I'm here kind of on a business trip, kind of on a leisure trip. And, of course, being that I'm a professional athlete still and training for Tokyo, I had to find somewhere to train. So literally went on Google Maps and tried to scope out, like, the closest place. I was staying in St. Simon, so I was trying to find out the closest track that I could get on. And lo and behold, this place was the one. So I came out yesterday, came in touch with your coach, and I was like, hey, man, I'd love to talk to the kids. And he told me about the thing that you guys do on Tuesday, so I thought, you know what, this would be perfect fit anyway. So happy to be before you guys just for a few minutes. I won't hold you long. I know you want to get back out there and get to perfecting your craft. So, again, my name is Manteo Mitchell. I'm from a very small town of Mooresboro, North Carolina, where a population of less than 400 people. So I'm going to say that one more time. My name is Manteo Mitchell. I'm from a city where the population is less than 400 people. It's like 399 right now because I'm not there, right? So I grew up in a drug-infested neighborhood. My next-door neighbors were drug dealers. I won't say any names. My neighbors to the left of me were drug dealers. I won't say any names. But at a very young age, I was always told that I wouldn't make it past the age of 18. I wouldn't make it out of my doorstep. I wouldn't make it to college. I wouldn't go pro in anything. Now, I played football just like you. I didn't start running track until my senior year of high school. Played football from 5 years old all the way to 16, 17, and then I decided I wanted to run track. So in high school, played football, won 2 state championships, went to state championship 3 years out of 4. We lost 5 games in high school. So obviously I had that NFL dream. Some of you may have that dream as well. But what I had to realize was, growing up in a single-parent home with just my mom and my brother, that education had to be here and that everything else would fall into place because the talent's going to take care of itself if you go out there and you put in the work, right? So if you're out here and you're just halving it, just going through the motions, dropping balls here or not going through the right holes or not following the right block, it's going to translate over to the field when you're playing and you're going to wonder why you're losing. So if you're not putting in the work, you're not going to get better. So that's why our team was really good. We really operated on a family. We had 4 stars. We had 5 stars on our team. But what we wanted to do was bring all those people together and create a sky, because the sky was the limit for us. So we wanted to win together, not individually. Yeah, we had coaches. We had Urban Myers and all these people coming to our practices almost weekly, on a weekly basis. But what we wanted to do was show out when they came so that our whole team could be successful at the end of the year. Because nothing matters if you're not winning as a team. You can win individually, but if you're not winning as a team, that's what everybody sees. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you apply that here. Now, I said that my mom placed education here and everything else fell underneath. I knew that as long as I did everything in the classroom, like you guys have all these Xboxes and PlayStations, all that stuff, right? We didn't have none of that. When I was your age, we didn't have any of that. It was brand new. The first PlayStation came out when I was a senior in high school. That's showing you how old I am, right? So we didn't have all that. It was like, you're not going outside until you finish your work. So I graduated high school with a 4.5 GPA. It's the same dude that's not supposed to make it out his doorstep, right? So I had options. You have to create space for yourself. Not everybody is going to be on your team, but if you create your team yourself and keep those people around you, you can go further than you ever thought you could. So make sure education is here and then take care of everything else on the track, or on the field or whatever the sport that you're playing may be. And again, taking that education, and if you're doing all that stuff right, the same way that you play on the field, because I watched you guys for a little bit yesterday and today, you guys are good getting after it, right? So get after it in the classroom as well, all right? Listen to the elders and the people that are around you. If you look around, some of them are seated, but raise your hand if you're an authority figure is what I would call it. Coach, mentor, trainer, teacher, instructor. You look at these people, I promise you they wouldn't be in the situation or the position that they're in, including myself, if they didn't care about you, love you, and want to see you succeed. Now, I know sometimes It may come to a point where it may not feel like that, like they're getting on you. It seems like they hate you, they can't stand you. And you may go home to that same type of environment. You may have parents or guardians that don't want to see you at that time, or they're tired of you and the way you're acting and things like that. But you have to remember, it's tough love, because they wouldn't be where they're at and put you in the position that you're in if they didn't want to see you succeed. Does that make sense? All right, so just a little bit about the Olympics, since my man put it out there. So in 2012, I was faced with an opportunity 2009 I graduated college. I was faced with the opportunity to either go into grad school, get a job, or pursue running track and field professionally. Now, the sport of track and field is one of the hardest professions or hardest sports that you can get professional in. It's less than 0.5% of people that run this sport will go pro, right? But like I said, I grew up in adversity, so I already knew the odds were against me, but I like succeeding. You know what I'm saying? I hate losing more than I love winning. And that's the mentality that I've always had since like 15, 16 years old. You can go out here and win a medal, but I can go out here and lose a race on this track, and I would feel very upset about that as opposed to losing that Olympic medal. You know what I'm saying? So I was faced with an opportunity to go pro. I decided to pursue it from 2009 to 2012. I turned pro in 2012, went to the Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon. And, you know, I was in a heat. I made it to the final. I was skipping a lot. Made it to the final. And I'm just going to walk you through the lanes. So there's 8 lanes on the track. And lane 1 was an NCAA champion, right? And lane 2 was another Olympic champion from 2004, Athens, in the 400. And lane 3 was, I believe, the 5-time NCAA champion in the 400. And lane 4 was the defending Olympic champion from 2008. And lane 5, a little dude from Mooresboro, North Carolina that's not even supposed to be out there anyway. Lane 6, 7-time NCAA champion. Lane 8, world record holder. Now, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here shaking. The gun about to go off, I'm shaking. So my coach and I, we had a plan. Always got to have a plan. Gun goes off. I'm supposed to come through the first 100 around 10:8, 10:9, and then push to the 200 and come through around 21.3 seconds, something like that, in order to run about 44.5 seconds for the lap. The gun goes off. I come through at 10:2. Not supposed to run that fast. Coming through 200, I said I was supposed to come through at 21.3. I came through at 20.7. At the time, that was the fastest I had run in the 200, but I still got a whole half lap to go, right? At this very moment, I'm on world record pace in this race, all right? So just keep that in mind. Now we get to 300 meters. I'm winning the race. So I'm in front by this much against all those people that had all those accolades, and me, just dude from Mooresboro, North Carolina. That's it. I get to 300 meters, and there's this thing called lactic acid. You guys might be familiar with it. Everybody familiar with what lactic acid is? Right. So that hit me, right? Because I'm running faster than I'm supposed to run, running world record pace. So we get to about 350 meters. That Olympic champion I told you about from 2008 passes me. I'm like, okay, top 3 is going to make the team. So I'm in second place right now. So we're good. Then the other NCAA champion passes me, my teammate Tony. I'm like, okay, I'm in third place. We're going to be good. So we get to the finish line. There's a crack right here. You can see it good, right? From here to there, I go from 3rd to 5th, right? So I'm like, man, I didn't make the team because I thought it was just top 3. But after the event, they said by virtue of making it in the top 6, I would make it to the Olympic team. So I made the team. I beat the odds already. So now, like my man said, it's enough just making the team. But then going and trying to medal, that was our option. That was our goal. We didn't have any other options. That was our goal. We're going to go and win gold because Team USA has never lost this event. All right? Just think about that. We've never lost that event ever. So we get to the Olympic Games. I'm tasked with the opportunity to run the first leg on the men's 4x400 meter relay for Team USA. Wow. That same dude from a little small town that's not supposed to make it anywhere outside his doorstep at the age of 18 is on the world stage in front of everybody. So now I got USA across my chest. I'm out there. The gun goes off. I take off like I would normally take off. And then that's when everything starts going downhill. When I got to 200 meters, so remember I'm running a lap. When I got halfway, my left leg snapped. My fibula bone snapped in half. Now, where most people would, well, I can't speak for most people, but I speak for myself. Where most people would either just lay it down right there, get in the fetal position, call for mama, you know what I'm saying? I chose to keep running. And here's why I kept running. I finished my lap in 45.7 seconds with a broken leg. So I'm going to say that one more time. My man looking at my leg like, how you do that? I finished my leg of the relay in 45.7 seconds with a broken leg halfway through it. Now here's why. you only saw a glimpse of what I go through on a day if you got to see me out there. So anywhere from 4 to 6 hours every single day, 6 to 7 days a week, give or take, for a race that happens every 4 years that takes 43 to 44 seconds. I'm gonna say that one more time. 4 to 6, we'll just say 6 hours. 6 hours every single day. That's anywhere from weight training to on a track to massage therapy to stretching to yoga to eating right. All that stuff is really a 24-hour job. But that's what you have to do to get to the elite level. You really have to apply yourself and really put yourself above anything and everything else to really make it to that level. So 6 hours every single day, almost pretty much 3.5, almost 4 years for one race every 4 years that lasts 43 seconds. Would you give up? So not only that, but my mom and my aunt were in the stands in London, so I couldn't quit anyway, right? And then, of course, people like yourself, people that I don't even know personally, at least not yet. I'm sure I have a connection with some of you, and I may not even know your first name. But the people that were around me rooting for me, the people that always believed in me to make it to the next level, I owed it to them to continue that race. And not only that, but this is where it brings it home to what you guys are experiencing right now. There were 3 guys. I told you I was the first guy. There were 3 guys waiting for me to bring that baton back around. And I knew no matter how fast or how slow I ran, that as long as I got that stick back to them, we were going to win that race. And lo and behold, this is the prelim that I didn't get to run the final. This is the prelim. Lo and behold, we ended up running an Olympic record in that race with my broken leg, which was 3 seconds off of what I would have ran, which would have been the world record. So just, you gotta have perseverance. You gotta persevere, and you gotta believe in each other. You know that it takes a collaborative effort to win that championship, right? Or to win that conference title, or to win that county title, or to win that rival game, right? You always want to you want to kill everything you touch, right? On the football field, you just want to go, 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 go. But you can't do that with just 1 or 2 individuals. It has to be all 11 guys on both sides of the ball, right? I'm not telling you to be like anybody else. I'm telling you to be the best version of yourself, right? Be the best version of yourself. Go out there and have a ghost beside you that's you, and beat that person every day. Be better than that person every single day. Be better than the person you were when you sat down when you leave out of here. Listen to those people around you because, again, they care for you. They care about you, and they want to see you succeed, whether it looks like it or not. Whether it, sometimes it's going to be a headache. Oh, I can't stand coach. I hate him. He got me messed up. I'm not about to go out here and run these sprints. But at the end of the day, those sprints are going to get you ready for what's to come.